Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today, it's going to be another first for me because I've never fought Cho's Garden Guardian. I fought the Garden Guardian quite a few times, but never Cho's Garden Guardian. So this is going to be an interesting episode because that's what we're doing today, so I can get the Crocodilian's head, which just sounds like a form of weird tribalism or cannibalism considering it's for the trophy hunter Rex. He's carrying around the Crocodilian's head, and he's very Crocodilian adjacent. Anywho, it seems like a great trophy. He's kind of a character that needs accuracy. It gives him stun chance on monster kill, heal 12% of his max HP. And if I get set, Apex Predator will get plus 33% max damage, which I don't really use Apex Predator, but you know, I could be tempted to use it considering everything on it. Let's go get it, because it sounds interesting. Also, it's a reason to go fight Cho's Garden Guardian, which I've been kind of looking for a reason to fight. I'll be honest. Now, I was kind of looking at the schematics for Cho's Garden Guardian I didn't look at all the stats, but I was looking at the workshop page. And it says that it now functions like the Flesh Boss, where its HP is all combobbled into one. And every part of it works differently. The shield still supposedly blocks for the body. The arm is weak to dot damage. So I kind of built the party around that, where like maybe I can do AoE damage to the body, and maybe I can do dot damage to the arm, which wasn't really a thing if I remember right before. So we're gonna see what happens here. This might be a horrible party, this might be a long and grueling fight, I might be screwing up big time. I might not know what the hell I'm doing, but we're going to be bringing Damien the Flagellant. I don't know why he had Endure on, but he's going to have Punish, Reign of Sorrows, Reclaim, and Redeem. I'm mainly actually going to be doing Reign of Sorrows on him, so I can be putting the bleed damage on the arm, is what I'm thinking here. We're going to see if that works. If not, well, he's going to be doing Punish, and otherwise Reclaim and Redeem. We're going to see how that works. He has Whip of Domination because damage versus bleeding plus bleed chance plus bleed duration. And we have the Condemns Hood on him, so plus bleed resistance and plus bleed amount on him. And because Death Blow resistance is a myth on the Flagellant, I don't really care about the Death Blow resistance down. So we have a lot of plus bleed amount on this. So I'm assuming that's going to go to a 5, or if the 5 is going to go to about a 6 or 7 with the plus 30 amount. My math is bad. And then the plus chance go up. So that goes to roughly a 170% chance. So I'm assuming we're going to get that bleed off if I actually can get the bleed off. Then we're going to have Hush the Uncrowned. Now, previously, when I would debuff the Garden Guardian, the Cannot Be Guarded would always be overwritten by the shield. However, we'll see if that continues to be a thing. And then the finisher ignores guard, so at least I have that going for Hush. Possibly debuff Cannot Be Guarded, and then possibly ignoring guard, and otherwise just doing damage with plus damage received. I don't know if I can debuff him or not. And then if I can hit someone who is bleeding, he gains plus 4 combo with Bloodlust Brooch, immediately going into his finisher, and then plus 20% damage with the Shadow Dance Mask. We're then, of course, bringing Fulvilles because I have the Antimatter Bomb, plus 250% damage versus Stonework. I don't have the rules to up the damage, otherwise I would get from, I think it's the Hag. I thought it was the Hag, but I don't have the Stonework tools. But yeah, I don't have those tools to up damage versus Stonework even more, so unfortunately I can't buff Fulvilles even more to do ludicrous damage on the Garden Guardian. So instead I have the Deconceptor on him to bypass guard and do plus 30% more damage versus guard did. Once again, I'm not sure if that's going to work with the shield thing, but you know, whatever. Then we have Molt of Throw, Boom, Fire in the Hole, and Rearm. Then our healer is going to be Uriel, who I didn't realize had hemophilia, so this could be really, really bad. But Cleansing Tide, Cure Bleed and Blight, Arietta to clear stress and horror, and then Allure to break guard, bypass guard, and up crits received. Then we have the Seal of Shalia on her, so she'll do extra healing done, heal herself whenever she does one of her friendly moves, and Ancestor's Coat to up her dodge. That's the plan. Hopefully, I'm not screwing myself. Let's go do this. So I'm just gonna bring like all of the supplies for this. I know I don't need that many torches, but I might run into like fog walls, and then I can use one to get extra accuracy in the actual fight itself. As for the fight itself, we're gonna bring a few training ribbons for extra accuracy and protection, and we'll bring a yellow hand just for the scout, and we'll throw that on Hush.
The very grounds themselves are animated by a deep-rooted evil. A cosmic hatred for all that thrive beyond its tainted
And hey, we know where he is. Guess we'll take all that. We got some extra food for healing should I need it. And to the left. I really have no clue how this is gonna go. So I'm a little scared, to tell the truth. We'll bleed them both. Get that Socialite. You know, my French isn't great, but shouldn't that just be pas deux instead of pas de deux? I mean, I did fail French, but... Let's take out the sixpence.
annihilated.
And we'll Molotov the manservant.
A singular strike.
Breaking guard. And, you know, let's take out Courtesan next.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I think both of them go down to bleed. We can heal Uriel.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
And stabby stab.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Get some stress down. And move on along. Well, she was eating something. Can't be guarded. Oh. Well, let's take her out.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Fire in the hole. I guess that's Molotov, but nonetheless. That's working well. They both go down on their next turn. Wow, 3 actions wasted because of that guard.
A devastating blow. Obliterated.
I think Hush had a little bit of a grudge.
Death by inches.
I had nothing to do. It was literally nothing to do. We can smash this. I didn't realize I could bring 5 shovels there. Maybe because of the Bombard? Then let's get rid of the food there. Do this. Suppose we can do this. Hey, Hush, get the Socialite.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Lead the back row. Up crit received. And fire in the hole. Also, I should be saying Molotov cocktails, not really fire in the hole. Alright, let's get this Socialite down. Think she bleeds out. Clear Blight.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. Impressive.
Not really. Crit for that's not great.
Blow.
And last one to go.
A decisive.
Does he bleed out? He bleeds out. Okay. Ooh.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
You know, don't I have this mask? I feel like I have it. Anywho, moving on. Minus 20% damage for minus stress and minus horror duration received. There has to be some very special situations to put that on someone, I feel. Maybe the Philomath? Although... eh? And maybe some special bosses. Alright, firewood.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Line of gunpowder for our full bills there for the extra damage. Let's do ruthlessness just because of extra crit and damage, and I guess armor piercing. Do I not have a prevent nighttime ambush? Let's get a blade of armor here just in case. And get stress down. Oh! Oh! I forgot he was a thing. Oh, jeez. This is just what I needed. The Kraken can ambush us. Okay. Yeah. This is a thing. This is a thing now. Uh-huh. Do that, and then we will, go out for the bleed, yeah? Because, 5 for 3, 5 for 3, 5 for 3. Get him bleeding, get him bleeding. Minus dodge, up crits received. If I gamble, I win. I do a lot of damage. But then I could also take out the tentacles that I don't want to take out. So, sorry, Fulvils, you're not doing much this fight.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
Alright, we're at 2. That's hemorrhage, so you take more damage.
Masterfully executed.
Bleed him for more. He's bleeding for 20 with plus damage received. We're gonna clear the horror. Fuck the Kraken. Alright, buddy. Stabby stab time. Stabby stab time. Ever's great. Get rid of horror. Punish. Once again, I rolled really, really lucky with these tentacles. If I would have gotten the other ones, I would have been in huge trouble. Because as much stress damage as they're doing to me right now, if I would have been taking damage, I would have been done for.
And power.
Alright, he's almost done. We did our stabby stab. Just up damage received. He's bleeding for 8. Bleeding for more, he goes down to bleed. That wasn't horrible. Just stressful. Right before we go into a boss that I think can stress us out. Yay. What great timing.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
However, that being said, we got the Great Ist Shallot for the Courier Hunter. Should I get another one? So minus stress if afflicted, plus 12 crit if afflicted, plus 20% death blow resist if afflicted, and plus 30% stress if not afflicted. And then the Dissection Kit for the Plague Doctor, plus 10 accuracy melee skills, and plus 30% bleed chance on melee hit. Bleed for 110% base, 2 for 3 rounds. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. No, there is an obstacle in the way. I can't get rid of that. We'll do this. Then I can get rid of those and burn through this. Everyone's slightly good. Minus 54 dodge. Yikes. I don't want to use these right away, but I think I'll eat those for the rounds, just so I can keep the medicinal herbs.
The hamlet cannot stand for this thing that should not be. Defeat it. Claim the prize it guards.
So... okay, these resistances aren't bad, all things considered. I can actually bleed the Garden Guardian. I can bleed the Blood Fount. Like, I have a 50% chance, I think, on the normal Garden Guardian. It's got a decent dodge, actually, for a statue. Like, if I do Garrote, I'm probably not gonna bleed him, but I will bleed the Blood Font. Oh! Interesting. There's like 10% chance.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
Gonna try to bleed them. Lower the bleed resistance, that's good. That's minus dodge, minus speed. We're good. I am gonna try something stupid on him. And we're gonna... Kaboom! And then she's gonna heal herself, get rid of the bleed. And I have 2 on him. I poison knife. I might be able to blight it too. I wasn't expecting that. And then next turn, I can Everscrate and blight whoever I hit. I can Rain of Sorrows, hit both of them, bleeding both. Oh, okay, maybe not Garden Guardian. Oh.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
That was not good.
The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
Okay, full vills. We're doing this. And then we're just gonna do Molotov. Okay, no move back, that's good. Oh, lovely.
Even the aged oak will fall to the tempest's winds.
We probably want to heal her, then Damien can heal elsewhere. So I get 2 of these. That's 50% of his max HP and 43 of someone else's, so he can max heal full vills. And then you... it's 160%. You do Fan of Knives. Chance to blight all of them. You'll at least hit the Blood Font. Okay. Let's Arietta make sure we don't de-stress someone, or if someone doesn't, you know, go afflicted. Molotov throw. I might have time to do this. I poison knife this again. Gonna heal Hush. Bleeding back to. Oh, we got the bleed on him. That's minus damage received plus damage. Okay. Huh? Boom. I like that result. I like that a lot.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Oh, poor Hush. Poor little guy.
Frustration and fury, more destructive than 100 cannons.
Okay, bleeding back to. I guess shield and font, but still got him. Make sure Hush isn't bleeding anymore. Oh, that wasn't bad. Molotov throw. And down he goes.
But I fear there may be no end to this bloodborne evil.
That was more fun than usual. So we got the Heart Scarab for the Upnaught. Plus 20% debuff resistance, minus 10% stress. On attack hit debuff target for minus 10 debuff resistance. Interesting. And another blueprint. Because I totally need more. Then of course the Crocodilian's head. Some crests. Some gold. All in all, I didn't bring back that much gold because I brought back a lot of trinkets. And some heirlooms. You know, considering the old Garden Guardian, I very much enjoyed that one, and I can see why people kept telling me to install that one. I see it now. That was a lot more fun. Damien got bad humors for minus 20% max HP down. We're gonna have to get that off. Kraken Corpus. Minus 10% damage received on Damien. Wow, interesting. I really like these Kraken quirks. Fading for minus 2 speed and minus 5 dodge and Hush. That's really bad. Anyway, for minus Virtue Chance, Warren's Hope on Fulvils, and Last Gasp on Uriel.
In truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
We have some work to do on these heroes. Hush, let's get rid of Fading there, buddy. And then Fulvils can go and pray. Now, the Stagecoach, still nothing that I am looking for. Unfortunate. At the Nomad Wagon, nothing there. I just realized something. I don't think I can show all of the mods here that I have at the bottom, so I might have to delete some of this footage here. But I think I know why the aesthetics here isn't showing up. So give me just a moment. Yep, this is why he wasn't showing up. I'm only human, folks. I've had him installed since the day he came out. I thought I enabled him. I am only human. I am only one human man. That's all I can say. I apologize for this. I do apologize. So here you can see I'm enabling him. You can see that I did have him enabled. I just couldn't show some of the stuff that was at the bottom of my list here because that is in private testing. So hopefully now he will start appearing later on. Yeah. This is what happens when, one, I don't play for a week because I have a really, really bad cold, and two, I have a ton of other in real life stuff going on. Things just slip my mind.
The of the hamlet is nothing, I fear, when compared to the condition of surrounding acres.
Oh, that's a really cool trinket for the navigator. If you so chose, you could go and just farm the Garden Guardian for Crimson Courtyard trinkets. And that's like the best way of getting them for your characters. Kind of like you can get an infinite amount of Vermintide trinkets from the Hellpit Abomination, or an infinite amount of Ringmaster trinkets essentially from the Ringmaster one. This is how you would get the Crimson Courtyard stuff. That's a kind of good one. It's just I don't really want to go keep beating the Garden Guardian, if I'm being completely honest. So unless an incredibly good trinket is over there, I'm just going to let that be that. And we're going to start going to other areas. Not to say that trinket isn't good for the navigator. However, I'm gonna forgo that one. And I think what I want to focus on next is going and fighting some of the bosses that are available and fighting some of the bosses that I have to hunt down. So that would be, the Gibbering Prophet, the Swine God, all those bosses, but also the things like the Wild Hunt in the Ruins, Nerub, things like that, while we're trying to find the Aesthetis. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I do apologize, but that's going to be the goal for the next few episodes while we are trying to get him into the roster, then leveling up the last few people, and then we're going to do some of the hardest content on this estate because things are about to really ramp up. I do know I've done the Hellpit Abomination that people say is probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest thing on the estate, and the Raiju, which I think is really fun, and then the Omibozu was to me arguably one of the hardest as well, but he seems to have been reworked, and I can't seem to find anything that says he was or wasn't. But there are a few things in here left that are, one, I just don't have as much experience with, so they're going to be harder to me because of that, and two, there is one boss in here I have yet to beat because of how hard he is. So there's a lot of stuff that I have yet to build up to in this estate that is going to be fun. So some stuff to look forward to while we just kind of wait for the Aesthetis, work up to that, and go hunting for some of these other bosses. So that will be it for this time. And as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please have a good one.